Honeymoon Nightmare, Paradise Soaked in Red. Part 1. The Paradise of Love. Friends, love is the most powerful feeling in the world. It makes us dream. It makes us fearless. And sometimes, it blinds us. Emily and Ryan thought their honeymoon would be the most romantic time of their lives. But what began with champagne, kisses, and candlelight would end in a paradise soaked in red. Stay with me, because this story is more romantic, more passionate, and more dangerous than anything you've ever heard. And don't forget, subscribe to our channel for more shocking love and crime stories from America. The beginning of forever. Emily Parker had always dreamed of a fairy tale wedding. When she walked down the aisle in Miami, dressed in a white gown with lace sleeves, she felt like the happiest woman alive. Ryan Scott, standing at the altar, couldn't take his eyes off her. When the vows were exchanged, Ryan whispered, "I promise I'll love you for every sunrise and sunset." Emily smiled through tears. Forever. Their honeymoon destination? Maui, Hawaii, a place of endless beaches, golden sunsets, and the kind of beauty that made every kiss feel like magic. Arrival in paradise. The resort was breathtaking. An infinity pool that blended with the ocean, palm trees swaying gently, and a private villa just for them. Emily ran to the balcony, the sea breeze lifting her hair. "Ryan, look, this is heaven." Ryan wrapped his arms around her from behind, kissing her neck. "No, this is heaven, because you're here." That night, they shared champagne under the stars. Soft music played in the background, and Ryan lifted Emily into his arms, carrying her inside. Their laughter echoed with pure happiness. For those first nights, it was a honeymoon filled with passion, tenderness, and whispered promises. Love in every moment. Every day was like a dream. They swam together in the crystal-clear ocean, shared ice cream on the beach, letting it drip on each other playfully, danced barefoot under the moonlight, whispered secrets only lovers know. Emily wrote in her diary, "I never knew love could feel this deep. I never want this paradise to end." Ryan would often watch her quietly, as if memorizing her face. When she caught him, he just smiled. "I can't believe you're mine." Their love was real, alive, and passionate. But shadows were beginning to form. The Watcher. Emily noticed it first. A man, tall, broad, with sharp blue eyes, working around the resort. He wasn't just staff. He was watching. At the pool, his gaze lingered too long. At dinner, she caught him in the corner, staring. Even on the beach, she felt his presence behind her. When she told Ryan, he chuckled. "Relax, babe. Maybe he just thinks you're beautiful." Emily frowned. "No, it feels wrong." That night, she locked the villa door. Her instincts screamed danger. The first warning. On the third day, Emily lounged by the pool while Ryan hit the gym. The same man appeared, offering her a cocktail. His smile was too familiar, too intimate. "Paradise suits you, Emily," he said softly. Emily froze. She had never told him her name. When Ryan returned, the man vanished. But under Emily's towel lay a folded note. Her hands trembled as she opened it. "Enjoy paradise while you can. Blood stains everything." Emily's chest tightened. She looked around, but the man was gone. Narrator. Friends, think about it. You're on your honeymoon, supposed to be safe in paradise, and you find a note like that. Would you feel fear, or would you hide it from the one you love? A strange night. That evening, the couple dined on the beach. Candles flickered, the ocean whispered. Ryan fed Emily a bite of chocolate dessert, and she laughed, leaning against him. But when they returned to their villa, something was wrong. The room smelled faintly of roses. On the bed, scattered petals. Emily smiled nervously. "Did you plan this?" Ryan shook his head. "No, I didn't." When Emily pulled back the sheets, her heart dropped. Amid the rose petals lay a single red feather, and beneath it, a thin streak of blood. The doubt. Emily panicked. "Ryan, someone was in here." Ryan called the front desk. The hotel insisted no one had entered. Security cameras showed nothing unusual. Emily stared at Ryan, her voice shaking. "Why don't they believe us?" Ryan hugged her tightly. "Don't worry, baby. I'll keep you safe." But Emily couldn't shake the unease. And worse, she noticed Ryan sometimes slipped away for hours, returning pale and distracted. When she asked, he avoided her eyes. Just needed air. Her love was strong, but doubt began to grow. The cliffhanger end of part 1. One night, unable to sleep, Emily stepped onto the balcony. The moonlit beach looked peaceful, but then she froze. There, near the palm trees, stood the same man, watching, smiling, her breath caught. He raised his hand slowly, like a promise, and whispered words carried by the wind. Soon, Emily. Very soon.
Narrator outro.
Friends, Emily's paradise is no longer safe. A shadow is moving closer, and her honeymoon may end in blood. Don't miss part 2, where love and obsession collide, and Emily discovers that sometimes the person you trust most may be hiding the darkest secrets. Subscribe now and get ready for the next chapter. Here is the story, part 2, in an American style. Part 2, Love in the Shadow of Fear. Narrator intro. Friends, in part 1, Emily and Ryan's honeymoon in paradise turned dark. A stranger was watching, leaving threats of blood. Emily's love was strong, but doubt had begun to creep into her heart. Tonight, love will be tested, secrets revealed, and paradise will turn even darker. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more shocking love and crime stories from America. Moments of tenderness. The next morning, Ryan tried to bring back the light. He surprised Emily with breakfast on the balcony. Pancakes, tropical fruit, fresh coffee. He kissed her forehead softly. Forget last night. I promise. I won't let anything hurt you. Emily wanted to believe him. She leaned against his chest, listening to his heartbeat. For a while, the fear melted away. They laughed, took selfies, and made silly faces, just like any newlyweds. But deep inside, Emily couldn't shake the image of that man's smile in the moonlight. The stranger returns. That afternoon, they swam in the ocean, playful splashes turning into tender kisses. Ryan lifted Emily in his arms, spinning her as she laughed. And then, she saw him. On the shore, half hidden by palm trees, the stranger stood again, not moving. Just watching. Emily's laughter died. She gripped Ryan's arm. He's here, look. But when Ryan turned, no one was there. Just empty sand. Emily shivered. Was she imagining it? Or was Ryan pretending not to see? A romantic distraction. That night, Ryan arranged a surprise dinner on a cliffside overlooking the ocean. Candles flickered in the warm breeze. Emily wore a flowing red dress, her hair shining under the moon. Ryan raised a glass. To us. To forever. Emily smiled weakly, trying to push away her fears. When Ryan kissed her across the table, she let herself believe in their love again. After dinner, they danced slowly to soft music. Ryan whispered promises, brushing his lips along her neck. For a while, the world felt safe. But when they returned to their villa, a chill awaited them. The threat grows. On their bed was another message, scrawled in red ink. He can't protect you. You belong to me. Emily's hand shook. Ryan's jaw tightened, rage flashing in his eyes. That's it. I'm going to security again. But Emily grabbed his arm. Ryan, how does he even know our room? Why does he know my name? Ryan hesitated. Just for a second. But Emily saw it. A hesitation too heavy to ignore. Seeds of doubt. Later, when Ryan went to shower, Emily searched his bag. Her breath caught. She found a second phone, one she had never seen before. On it, photos of Marcus, the man who had been stalking her. And worse, messages. She doesn't know. She will be mine soon. Emily dropped the phone, her body trembling. Was Ryan working with him? Was Ryan hiding something terrible? When Ryan stepped out of the bathroom, Emily forced a smile, hiding her fear. But inside, her heart was breaking. Narrator. Friends, imagine this. You marry the love of your life, and on your honeymoon, you find a secret phone connecting him to the very man who's stalking you. Who would you trust? The man you married or your instincts? The first attack. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. Ryan's breathing was steady beside her, but her thoughts raced. Suddenly, a noise, a creak at the balcony door. Emily sat up, and there he was. Marcus, tall, broad, eyes gleaming in the dark. Before she could scream, Ryan woke. He lunged forward, tackling Marcus. The two men crashed against the furniture, fighting violently. Marcus swung a knife, slicing Ryan's arm. Blood sprayed across the sheets. Emily screamed. Ryan roared in pain, shoving Marcus back. The intruder slipped into the shadows, vanishing into the night. Emily rushed to Ryan, pressing her hands against his wound. Oh my God, Ryan. You're bleeding. Ryan grabbed her face, his eyes fierce. I'll never let him take you. Never. A night of fear and love. Emily spent the night tending Ryan's wound, tears falling as she cleaned and wrapped it. He winced, but didn't complain. At one point, she whispered, Ryan, why is this happening to us? Ryan hesitated again, then whispered, because of my past. I tried to keep you safe from it, but it found us. Emily kissed his hand, torn between anger and love. You should have told me. He pulled her into his arms. I was afraid of losing you. Despite the fear, despite the blood, Emily held him close. In that moment, love was stronger than doubt. The cliffhanger, end of part 2. The next evening, Emily stood on the balcony alone, staring at the horizon. The deadly choice. Narrator intro. Friends. In part 2, Emily discovered a secret phone, Ryan's past, and finally came face to face with Marcus inside the villa. The paradise of love has become a nightmare of fear. Tonight, love will meet betrayal, blood will flow, and Emily must decide between survival and love. The face of death. Emily froze. Marcus stood inside the villa, knife glinting under the soft light. It's time, Emily, he whispered. You were never his, you were always mine. Her scream tore the night air. Ryan rushed from the bedroom, bloodied bandage still wrapped around his arm. Get away from her, he roared, charging at Marcus. The two men clashed again, fists, knife, blood. Furniture shattered, glass broke. Emily pressed herself against the wall, heart pounding. For a moment, it seemed Ryan had the upper hand, until Marcus growled. Tell her the truth, Ryan. Tell her why I'm here. Emily's head snapped toward Ryan. What truth? Ryan's face turned pale. He hesitated. Marcus laughed darkly. She doesn't even know who you really are, does she? Revealing the past, Ryan's voice trembled. Emily, before I met you, I did things. Bad things. Marcus and I, we were involved in something illegal. Smuggling. Violence. But when I met you, I left it all behind. I wanted a new life. Emily's world spun. You lied to me. Our whole love, was it real? Ryan grabbed her hands desperately. Yes, I love you. That's the only real thing I've ever had. Marcus sneered. He used you, Emily. Just like he used everyone. But I won't. I'll keep you forever. Emily's chest tightened. Her heart pulled in two directions. Towards the man she married, and the man who now threatened her. The bloody struggle. Marcus lunged again, knife flashing. Ryan pushed Emily aside, taking the blade into his shoulder. Blood poured instantly. Emily screamed, crawling to him. Ryan gritted his teeth, still fighting, his love giving him strength. Marcus whispered in her ear as Ryan struggled. Choose, Emily. Him or me. Love or truth. Emily's tears blurred her vision. She had dreamed of a honeymoon filled with kisses, not blood. But now, paradise was soaked in red. The deadly choice. Ryan collapsed, groaning, his blood staining the floor. Emily, run. Marcus stood over them, knife raised. Say the words, Emily. Say you're mine, and I'll spare him. Deny me, and I'll end him right now. Emily's chest heaved. She looked at Ryan, her husband, liar, criminal, but the man who loved her. Then at Marcus, the monster who stalked her, obsessed with her. She whispered, I choose. Her hand suddenly gripped the broken glass from the floor. With a cry, she drove it into Marcus's leg. He howled in pain, collapsing. Emily grabbed Ryan, dragging him up. We have to finish this together. The final fight. Ryan, fueled by love and desperation, tackled Marcus one last time. The two men fought like wild animals, every punch echoing in the villa. Emily grabbed the knife, her hands shaking. Marcus pinned Ryan, blade near his throat. Emily screamed, plunging the knife straight into Marcus's back. He froze, gasped, and fell lifeless to the floor. Silence. Only the sound of crashing waves outside. Emily's hands shook, blood staining her dress. Ryan lay bleeding, looking at her with tears. You saved me. Emily, I'm sorry. For everything. Love in the ashes. As dawn broke, police arrived. Locals had heard the screams. Marcus's body was taken, and Ryan was rushed to the hospital. Emily sat beside him, holding his hand. He survived, but their love had changed forever. One evening, weeks later, Emily stood with Ryan on their porch back home. The scars remained, on his body, on her heart. Do you still love me? Ryan asked quietly. Emily's eyes welled up. She pressed her forehead to his. Love doesn't vanish in blood, but trust. That will take time. Ryan nodded, tears falling. Then I'll spend the rest of my life earning it. The ending twist. Months later, Emily received a letter in the mail. No return address. Inside, one line, written in red ink. Paradise never forgets. I'll see you again. Emily's blood ran cold. She looked at Ryan, fear flickering in her eyes. The nightmare might not be over.
Narrador outro.
Friends, Emily survived. Ryan's lies were exposed. Marcus died. But in the world of love and obsession, nothing ever truly ends. Was Marcus really gone? Or will paradise demand another price? Subscribe now for more true crime-inspired love thrillers. And remember, sometimes the person you love the most can be the one who puts you in the most danger.